Okay, thanks, brother. I thought that might have happened. 1 second here, guys. I was like, guys, please tell me if you can hear me. Please tell me if you can hear me, because I had this strange feeling. Can you all hear me now? Before I continue. No? Are we? Can we still not hear me? Sound is on. We're back. How's everyone doing? I was just saying this is the first of 30 consecutive live streams. I'm having no days off. Beautiful. Hopefully everyone's doing well today. Yeah, because what happened was I've tried a new software, and I was like to myself, always, whatever happens when you try something new, it never ever goes to plan. So I was like, I'll give it a go. I guarantee we're going to run into some issues, and sure enough, the audio and also the chat wasn't siphoning through. So I'll figure that out next one, but I want to make this as professional as possible, because again, doing these every single day, yeah, it's going to have to get quite, at least I want to get better at it. And we're going to go through some important news every single day. So I will be coming out with a second video every single day like I used to. Right now it's just the one, but the second video from now on will be news-related videos always. So you guys will be kept in the loop. We're working on some stuff in the back end, so it's taken a bit of time, but of course for now this will suffice. Now, I'm going to be co-hosting the live streams with, I don't know if you guys know, Tokenizer. He's quite popular over on Twitter. He's another crypto influencer. Matter of fact, I should go pull him up here real quick for you guys. But yeah, I'll let some more people pull in here. I guess the purpose of the live stream, well, it's the first one, so I wanted to just introduce you all to the concept, and the second thing was to get you all boosted up for this bull run, because it's coming. It's coming. But I wanted to get a few more people in here. So yeah, so Tokenizer will be joining me on these from now on, or at least starting from next week. He's at 30k followers now. He's growing super fast. Super intelligent guy. And we're going to be hosting a few people on here. So we're going to have a nice... I want it to be extremely educational. Like before the live streams, a month plus ago, it was all just... We were having a good fun, good, communication, good talking. It was good just seeing you guys. But yeah, I want to definitely take it to the next level and actually make these worthwhile. So how are you all doing? I think most of you will be from the UK, right? Or from Europe somewhere. Broncos to the moon. Do you think Casper will hit $1? Oh man, look, will Casper hit $1? Probably. That's like a what, 50x off or something right now? I don't even know, what is Casper's price? Yeah, it's more or less about 5 cents. So that's not too far. Like it's a lot. Don't get me wrong. Like what? That's a 20x. So it's not crazy. It's not crazy. Picky Casper. A lot of people loving Casper. Casper with a K. A lot of people. Kind of came out of nowhere. You know what's funny? It's like kind of like Cadena, if you guys were around the last bull run. No one knew about Cadena. And it's funny because they're both proof of work, scalable, like infrastructure blockchains or cryptocurrencies. And they both have crazy run-ups, right? Good evening. Good evening. How was everyone's Monday / well, I guess a lot of you guys are Monday morning, right? I'm from Ireland. Welcome. New Zealand, USA, London, Australia, Brisbane boy now in New Zealand. A lot colder over there, man. What are you doing? What do you think of Suppo Man? He thinks we've got months before it kicks off. Yeah, I like Suppo Man. I got some sort of shit from... I spoke about him in one of my videos somewhat recently, and a lot of people were like, oh, you like Suppo Man? He's such a, shiller. But, he's an intelligent guy. He's been around for ages. He's the reason why I actually started my channel. So I've got respect for that guy. And don't get me wrong, I listened to a lot of his picks, and a lot of that was, wrecked, but I learnt a lot from that. It's not his fault, of course. It's my fault completely, but, never listen to influencers, right? Liverpool, keep up the good work. Thanks, brother. Guys, so let me see it in the chat. Let me see it in the chat. All right, let's pause it real quick. Who thinks we are more than 6 months away from a bull run, and who thinks we're under 6 months away from a bull run? I just want to see 6 plus or 6 minus. Let me gauge the community here, because I'm really interested to see. Because all my research, I've been saying for the longest time, a while back now, I was like, one of my team members, his name's Rich. I've been saying for Rich for a very long time now. I was like, the bull run's not going to kick off till the halving, maybe even after the halving. And then I started doing more research, and you guys have seen the videos. I mean, the research kind of indicates that we already are starting now. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, we won't be seeing this increase in price action. But when I say bull run, I'm more so saying, lots of 6 pluses coming through here. What I'm more saying with the bull run is starting is people are coming back. People are coming back, and it's like this instant liquidity crunch that can, I should say liquidity crunch, this supply shock that can come into the market very quickly because we have more people already here. That's kind of where I'm sort of getting at. So lots of six pluses, 6 minuses. It's on the fence here. Okay, probably a little bit more 6 pluses. Bull run March to April 2024. Yeah, I feel like that might be the case. Guys, let me just stop you really quickly here. We will continue this conversation, but I want to interrupt and say we will be continuing a deeper dive into not just what I'm going to talk about today, this bull run starting, and I'm going to show you some stats if you haven't seen my recent videos and stuff, but I wanted to point something very important here out. We will be starting this, which is a live stream, a stage. Every single one of these live streams we're doing for the next 30 days and most likely beyond as well. Join the Discord. The link's pinned here and also down below in the description. We're going to be jumping on here. The beautiful thing about Discord is I can talk like I am now, but I can invite you guys up and you guys can request to speak in these AMAs. So once this immediately ends, I'll be jumping on here and starting talking here. You guys can come up, ask questions. Hey, can you tell me about my portfolio? What about this project? We can have a conversation, and that's why I want to leverage this, right? So we got some. Okay. Anyway, that's all good. So yeah, jump on the Discord, guys. If you can't see this, if you're on the Discord and you can't see this and join and just sit here and wait, let me know, because it looks like one of my moderators said that you can't. We'll see. It's the first throw at it, guys. It's going to be a little bit clunky, but definitely from here we'll weed out those kinks, right? Okay. So a lot of you are saying plus 6 months. So a lot of you saying, around the halving, right? That's kind of the consensus we've got here. Which coin shall we invest? Beautiful question. All right, that's okay. We got kind of the summary here, right? Thanks for pitching in, fellas. Really appreciate it. Remember, F in the chat if you can't see something, because I have a tendency to be talking to you guys about my screen and have the full one on, right? So, which coins should we invest in? Here's something I was telling someone today, okay? In the Discord, actually. I was having a conversation with a bloke, and he was saying, look, I don't know too much about crypto. He's got a lot of money to invest, but he just doesn't know, he's invested what already feels like enough. So what I kind of gauge from that is, let's just say he has $1 million. I know, crazy number. He's probably invested like 50 to 100 grand, which is a lot of money, and he felt over leveraged, right? He felt like, I don't know enough, and I feel it's like something's wrong about me investing that much money into something I don't know. Completely understandable. Here's my thing, and here's my answer to that question. You guys need to invest in cryptocurrencies that aren't going to be, especially if you don't know your way around crypto as much, don't invest in cryptocurrencies that are like going to only thrive in 2025. You want to be investing in the ones that you can make a massive fuck up on, and then if you need to, hold those tokens for 2030. XLM, let's have a look at them, right? For example, right, Ethereum, obviously, Bitcoin, obviously, BNB. I wouldn't buy as BNB as far as I could throw it, which obviously it wouldn't be that very far. XRP, yes. Cardano, yes. Dogecoin, no. What the hell what is it even? Toncoin? I've never seen that before in my life. Solana, yes, of course. Tron, I haven't really looked into Tron that much. Polkadot, yes. Polygon, yes. Chainlink, yes. You get what I'm saying? Stellar, yes. Cosmos, yes. Hedera, yes. Right, Filecoin, yes. You guys get the idea, right? And so because again, if you make a mistake, let's say something horrible happens and you know, you can't really access your computer, or let's just say you have a horrible brain accident and like literally you don't know what's what. You want it to be able to say, if in the future those keys are recoverable, or you know, family figures it out, that they can have access to those funds. But it makes a lot more sense, because if frameworks come into place, which they will, whether it's US or global frameworks, when they come in, a lot of these crappy projects that are purely speculation based, that are purely only going to be good in 2025 or a highly speculative market, they're just going to die. A lot of the teams are just going to go, fuck this shit. We can't be bothered, right? We can't be bothered because there's so much we have to abide by here. We might fall under a security. We want to be a commodity. All this stuff we have to do, so on and so forth. You guys get the idea. It's just not worth it. And that's kind of what I've been preaching on the channel, right? To buy these projects that are going to damn well stand the test of time. And that's just not what a lot of these projects are. Okay, so be very careful. A lot of the top 100, they're like, a lot of these projects you can't go wrong with. Like, I haven't scrolled past a single one of these, basically, apart from, you know, Dogecoin, but I think Doge, because of Elon, will have always something to stand on. You know, these sort of ones will be fine. By the way, guys, if you're liking the stream so far, smash the like button, by the way. It really helps the stream out, actually. Keeps it nice and healthy, you know? All right, let's catch up on some of these conversations here. XX Network. I've been seeing a lot of XX Network, but I haven't really touched on it, or when I say touched on it, like actually looked into it yet. How to DCA? Very good question. How to DCA? Well, the question is, and I'll jump into the XX Network in a second here. God, I opened up the wrong one. Trying to be organized, I've opened up the wrong spreadsheet. Let me just pick a random one here. So when you dollar cost average, you don't want to be... Okay, look, it's probably a better idea if I show you this. All right, here's the shit that I speak to you guys a lot about. And you know, the interesting thing is I see no one on YouTube breaking this down. Like, why don't people / influencers break it down? Well, I think the question we all deep down know is because they don't fucking know this, right? They don't, or at least they're too lazy to do it, or at least it might seem too obvious. I get it. One of the above, right? You can't get angry at everyone. But when you want a DCA, man, is you want a DCA like dollar cost average. So what you do when you sell is you ladder sell, right? Imagine a ladder, the different rungs. You sell. DCA is the complete opposite, but dollar cost average. So you're doing it down, right? And so what I did was a simple math exercise, right? So first of all, I showed you guys how to understand percentages, and then I showed you the two differences between person A and person B, and then wrote down the examples, okay? So you have like someone, person A, for example, the person like most of us, let's face it, who likes to buy it all at once, sell it all at once. And maybe you get lucky, right? Maybe this person, for example, you know, down here, buys it 50 cents, 1,000 tokens, and sells it $2. Now you would think that this person would be the cream of the crop. Or this person over here, right? So in this situation, buying it 25 cents and then selling it $2. But it's actually the best and safest method is if you ladder buy down and DCA down and ladder sell up, right? So if you combine the best of both worlds, so person A, situation B, and situation C, it looks like this, all right? And so, you know, 250 tokens here. And again, I kind of wanted to make, goddamn Siri, I wanted to like make a really, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like a hyperbolic example. Like this wouldn't actually play out. Like if you knew that this project was at $1, you wouldn't want to start DCAing at $1 if you knew that it was going to start tanking. But let's just say $1 was like HBAR at 5 cents, right? People thought, it's a good price to buy, and it just shut the bed, right? Still, right? So what happens here is, you're doing this, so you're averaging in at like 0.625 cents, right? Which is somewhere in the middle here. And then you let us sell out at, you know, the equivalent, 1.625 cents. I think it works out to be, yeah. So all up, you're getting the best of both worlds. It's actually the best way to do it, and the safest. And I want to emphasize safest, because a lot of people think, I just want to take the gamble and get the most rewards possible. But we're not gambling. We're investing. All right. Hopefully that answers your question, brother. I apologize if not. Let me go back to XX Network. Building a world where your life belongs to you. Now, for everyone that's joining me for the first time, by the way, before I continue, please join the Discord. The links are down there. We're going to be jumping onto an AMA stage over here, which is probably going to be a lot better because it'll bring some of you guys up on stage. You can actually, like, verbally ask me questions, and we can go through it as a community, as a team, right? That's collective mind. So that's what I want to do next, just for all of you that are joining me. So XX Network, building a world where your life belongs to you. All right, quantum resistant, privacy focused. Privacy. So I see, quantum resistant. That means a lot. It does. It's very, very strong, and it's very important. But we're seeing it more and more nowadays. It's getting kind of common. So I'm more looking for, right, what is it actually? What's the real meme here? Right, it's privacy or the narrative. Okay. Guys, we have 286 people in this, and we have 30 likes. Wait, no, I'm reading it wrong. We have 119 viewers, rather. Drop a like, guys, if you are enjoying the stream. That'd mean a lot to me, please. XX Network. Yeah. I heard the founder's like a really smart guy, actually, from what I've seen. Yeah, it looks like, this is... So it's a layer 1 protocol. I'll be honest, bro, like I literally have 3 very good and knowledgeable friends in my group that have told me about XX Network, and it's going to be like the next best thing. But from what I'm seeing here, it's a part of the noise. There's no again, I'm probably like skimming over it here, so I'm probably not doing it justice. But from what I can see so far, and you can never just do this, right? Like definitely in the future, but I think 2025, and this is what like is important for diving into projects, because you are looking for something that might be picked up by an influencer, which is propagated to other influencers. So it's important to do your research, but this is more so going to be important for 2030, I think, most importantly for 2025. Again, we're looking for meme, guys. We're looking for things that are going to spread really quickly, and from what I can see so far, it's only going to benefit from being a layer 1 network, from a layer 1 narrative. Privacy as well, of course. Security, if that's even a narrative, I don't know. Yeah, so we'll have to look at stuff like this. So resistance to attack. Nodes must commit to an unmanipulatable, unpredictable randomness when joining. Okay. Yeah, I hate to say it, man. I really hate to say it. But nothing really gets me going. I'll have to look into it more. Yeah, just to keep everyone who's an XX fan at peace, because I don't want to like give it my be-all and end-all right now when I haven't looked into it. Update Sir CBDC. Yes, so we can talk a little bit about Project Seller over here in just a memento, because for those who don't know, Project Rosalind, Project Seller, I've got another report over here I mentioned in last night's video, Project I always get it wrong, Mariana. This is the BIS, Bank of International Settlements. These guys are looking at crypto. Like, it is very, very, very obvious these guys are like, crypto, what can we use to adopt? And like this one, for example, without jumping the gun over here, Project Mariana, like they're literally using AMMs, like Uniswap, right? Because I'm pretty sure Uniswap pioneered that, right? If I'm not mistaken. Or technically, XRP's on-demand liquidity technically is a form of market, like an AMM, if you will. I think, an XLM. So it's interesting to see this report come out, because this is pretty much, as far as I'm aware, like them saying, hey, we need XRP, we need XLM, right? Because an AMM is, for those who don't know, AMMs are like absolutely crap. Like unless it's a highly, unless there's a lot of funds deposited into the actual individual pools, then the AMM's only as powerful as obviously how much is in there. And then obviously you have a massive trade, it's going to throw it out of balance. So I think they'll be better off using something like XLM or XRP. So yeah, for those of you who are holders, prepare yourselves. Let me ask some questions here, and then we'll go into some more about the topic at hand, right? Crypto investors packing your bags. Anything ISO feels safe at this point, especially for the first timers like me? Yeah, 100%, man. You're right. You're right. ISO, you're never going to go wrong with those projects. They're only going to go up. It might take a little bit more time, but it's just going to take more time for people to realize they're a quality project. They're still a quality project. Is the halving going to happen? Because what I've researched, once ETFs comes into play, there isn't going to be a need for us because Wall Street, BlackRock said, will be taking over. Yeah, but that's Bitcoin, right? I mean, I haven't looked too much into the ETF situation. I know, crazy, shocker. But as far as I'm concerned and aware, it's going to like push Bitcoin up. Yeah, that's probably going to act a bit like the halving. Everyone's going to go, crypto, yeah, it's all sweet. I'm always like, again, this is one thing I've said it multiple times now, like, there's always something bubbling under the surface with crypto because we are in a market that is highly manipulative, very, or manipulated rather, because you have big players that none of us would think that are probably in the space that have control over news and outlets. Like, do you know how many times we see projects? Hey, we've been featured in Cointelegraph. We've been, in this article, Forbes. Why? Because they've paid for that. It's like 10, 20 grand. They've paid for that. So you can imagine like guys who have many billions, trillions maybe even, like BlackRock, that could push a narrative, fill their bags, and then use that as like a massive bit of leverage to then dump. So you just don't know. And this is why they can do it, because crypto is unregulated. So I always have like this notion where it's like ETFs approved, maybe a framework, maybe the framework hammer drops down like a month later and everyone's like buying in, then it's like, bang, sorry, there's all your projects dead and gone. I don't know. I probably am a conspiracy theorist in that sense, but from my experience, it's the way that the world works, unfortunately, right? $7.99. Let's have a look here. Liam, wow. Guys, I appreciate you, brother. Bro's giving me hype for 2030. For those who don't know, Liam's my cousin. So, hey, appreciate that, brother. And next time I see you, I've got to shout you a beer, hey? Maybe that was your tactic all along. I'll give him $7.99, just enough for a beer. And then when I see... No, I appreciate it, brother. That's good. Yeah, I mean, look, I think we've been through enough of a bear market, Liam, I think a lot of us, I know including yourself, are like sick of seeing the red. I personally love the red, but there becomes a point where you're like, I've invested X amount of money, holy shit, this needs to turn around, and that's when you want to start seeing the green, right? It'll come. It'll definitely come. And this is something else I wanted to talk about, guys, was this, right? Now, I spoke about this in one of my last videos, about a week or two ago now, and it was a report by Citigroup. You guys all know who Citigroup is. This is, well, I'll read you what the chart title is over here. Estimating the impact of emerging technologies, revenue, TAM, and time to impact. So sizable represents blah, blah, blah. So assets under management, right? So essentially how big these observable markets will possibly be at a certain point in time. So have a look at cloud computing, right? We have Render, we have Flux, right? And interestingly enough, it's got, 2 to 6 years over here to how possibly big it can get, right? Almost $1 trillion in size. Why? You think about how centralized the damn atmosphere is for cloud computing. Amazon Web Service, Microsoft Azure, or Google, whatever it is, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud. You have all these other, small companies, or even small to medium-sized enterprises that run their own sort of cloud computing services as well. And, I'm telling you right now, there's none of them that are decentralized. They might have many different servers or stations or warehouses around the world, but none of them are actually decentralized. Flux is, Render is, so on and so forth. Arweave. And so that's going to be, in my opinion, the real proper use case here for proof of work, right? Proof of use for work, coined by Flux. Dan the Man, the founder of Flux. So yeah, I've been saying it for a long time. And you think about it as a transition, okay? You think about it like this. When crypto itself... You think about, oh God, this is why I probably, let me try to draw it on here for you guys. It's my portfolio I wanted to talk about, but let me see if I can draw. I don't have my pen and paper, my interactive whiteboard, but we'll give this a crack. So the way you have to understand crypto is in layers. It's like a cake, guys. Don't ever think crypto is anything else, right? So we have this, all right? This is essentially the bottom layer. This is like, you can imagine, this is like all the infrastructures. So within this itself, we have like, this is Cardano, and this is Solana over here, and this is Near Protocol, or small fella compared to these guys. And then we have all these other ones, right? Hedera, blah, blah, blah. But they're all underpinned by what? They're all underpinned by, you can see how illiterate I am when I don't have my little pen and paper here. By this, which is what? Nodes, right? And so when the nodes are on central servers, all you gotta do is wipe the central servers out. Goodbye, crypto. That's, you know, and then obviously you have your layers on top. These are layer 1s, right? Then you have your layer 2s. You might even have your layer 0s underneath that. Irrespective, if it's run by nodes in a decentralized way, nodes for the most part are run on servers, apart from proof of work, which is a good, one of the reasons why proof of work guys, pro proof of work guys say, hey, look, because you have to have the tangible machine in itself, right? It's hardware. But, and you know, proof of stake and stuff like that, you can actually have physical nodes that you can just run it on a laptop, for example. But a lot of people choose, because it's more efficient, to just hire out some space on the cloud. And that's our actual issue here. That's why Infura and MetaMask have, not really MetaMask per se, but most definitely Infura are having some issues. Well, had issues in the past. Everything's got to pass through like central points. But crypto is highly centralized. I don't know why the really, really smart people don't talk about this. Like, a lot smarter than I do. Is it like, I ask myself sometimes, are they trying to pull the rug over everyone's eyes? Or are they just choosing to ignore it? Or am I just dumb? I sometimes ask myself that, and I'm like, hang on. But I'm right. Like, you know. So, guys, I'm telling you right now, this is where Flux can come in. Because instead of all that happening, right? God. Anyway, instead of all that happening, I'm not going to draw it again. Flux just comes in and says, well, guys, you know, if you're going to be shut down here, if the government's going to go to AWS, you know, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, and say, you know what, no more crypto. If you guys are running services from this layer 1 or this layer 1, and they close them down, well, where are they going to go? They could buy their own computers, or Flux could just come in and say, hey, host it all on us. Boom, done. Same with Render. Render's a little bit different, though, right, because it's rendering based. Do you guys understand that? Do you guys understand that issue? I hope. Because you have to kind of think like that when looking at this. And that's why cloud computing is so big and can be so big in such a short period of time. And that's why it like literally dwarfs AI because of that reason. I believe because of that reason. Now, I haven't read this whole 162-page report, not going to lie. But that's what I've been saying for a while now, right? So AI, of course, we all knew AI. We all knew AI was going to be pretty big over here. Metaverse, yeah, metaverse. I reckon that's going to grow a lot bigger as time progresses. So that's why it's probably up near 8-year mark. But I reckon, 10, 15 years, it's going to be huge. Blockchain, small little guy over here. Because blockchain itself is, like, I get confused all the time. Because, like, you know sometimes those sayings where the more you know, the less you know? Well, I'm like, are they talking about like DLTs or just blockchain? For those who don't know, DLT is distributed ledger technologies, which just means it's blockchain, it's DAG, right? Directed acyclic graphs. It's a hash graph like Hedera. It's all these technologies that are distributed. It's technologies that are distributed, right? That create a ledger, of course. WhatsApp, Kyron. I do have WhatsApp, brother. I don't give it out to too many people because it will end up like my Twitter, which is very unmanageable. Guys, if you're joining me for the first time, by the way, 1, thank you. 2, smash the like button. But most importantly, and I can't emphasize this enough, join the damn Discord, okay? Join the Discord because we are hosting an AMA after this that is going to be extremely good because you guys can come up on stage. I'll invite you up and you can actually audibly tell me, ask me questions, portfolio, blah, blah, blah. We can have a conversation. I'm really excited for this. Every single live stream, every single day. I want to make a portfolio for $7,000. What is the best allocation? Okay, good question because this live stream is about packing your bags. So I see. Wait, but before we start, I see a super chat coming here from Crypto Frog. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. $5. XX Network CEO is working on project Turbulent. Is that right? With the BIS for CBDCs. You need a privacy network for CBDC adoption. That's interesting. Okay, that's cool. That's good to know. I really appreciate you saying that to me because, like I said, my friend group have been telling me for a while now XX Network is the go. From what I've seen, it ain't nothing crazy, but just because it's not nothing crazy doesn't mean they don't have the connections in the back end. So I really appreciate that, Crypto Frog. Thank you, brother. I most definitely will keep this locked and loaded on the side here, and I will look into that in my spare time. I'm going to have a lot more spare time coming up here very soon, guys. So in that sense, I will most definitely be able to do what I used to do, really dive into projects for you, get really freaky with it, right? We're just doing a lot of stuff in the back end right now. Let me get back and answer this question. $7,000. I kind of lost my train of thought for a little sec there, but let's have a quick look here. So here's my thing, man. If you have money to invest in crypto right now, which a lot of us don't because we've all been exhausted buying and buying and buying, the dip never ended, right? Well, if you have a pot of cash like that, the first thing you have to think of, my rule of thumb, I never invest less than $1,000 in an altcoin unless it's to take advantage of the front run a pump. Prime example was XRP, $500 in, take advantage of that. Never really happened. But $1,000 in each project, so you don't want to be dropping $100 into 10 projects. What's the point of that? Right? There's no actual point to doing that. So, I mean, there is, of course, if you only have $1,000, but if you have 7K, I would say to myself, between 4 to 7 projects would probably be the best idea in this case. This is all not financial advice. We're trying to divvy it up. Worst case, $1,000 in each. I would say if you can, $2,000, maybe $1,500 into X amount, right? I'm not going to math that right now. But make sure you choose the ones that are going to perform the best. And that's easier said than done, right? If we all had that answer, we would be rich by now. I would say do your own research. Read the first 4 or 5 pages of a white paper. It takes you 2-3 days, it does. But all the projects you think you're interested in, and read that and you'll get a good idea of what the project roughly is. You'll be Google searching a heap of shit. Like, what is a node? What is sharding? What is a full node? What is a mirror node? Like that sort of stuff. But once you overcome that, and it will take a little while, you'll be very well inclined. And the good thing is you have, the chat says as well, we got about 6 more months here before things start really ramping up. So you got the time, brother. What projects would I invest in? Let's have a quick look into my portfolio here. By the way, while we're doing this, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I know you're spending time out of your very busy days to join me on a live stream. Quite unconventional. Really appreciate it. Doing one of these every day for the next 30 days. You're all absolutely fucking legends, let me tell you that much. Damn, we got another super chat in here. $10. Let's go, baby. I'm not gonna try, bro. I'm gonna try to pronounce your name, and I really do apologize if I'm gonna mispronounce it. John McKell. That's my Australian accent coming out. Either way, brother, I really appreciate it. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. $10. I also want a beer from this. Keep up the good work. Hey, you tell me where you are, brother, and if I'm ever over there, I'll definitely shout you a beer. Appreciate that a lot, man. Thanks for tuning in. Guys, so what altcoins would I buy? Responding to the gentleman that wanted to know. Here's the thing. I could most definitely give you 7 altcoins, but this is the real changing part. I could just say buy the top 7 projects, you'll be fine. Any of the projects on my damn no BS watch list are pretty well solid projects, right? But it's what price you're buying at. You know what I mean? It's what price you're buying at. Like, look at Quant, $92. I mean, I was happy if I was getting $95 for Quant, and it was at $90 the other day, like literally yesterday. ICP under $3. Hedera up 5 cents. Again, Hedera is a good buy at 5 cents in my opinion. Someone says Mina. Barry says Mina. Barry is on the friggin' ball. Mina is literally under 40 cents here. So, again, guys, to put it in perspective, I bought it in the ICO in Mina protocol like shit. like 3 years ago now. When was its ICO? Before this, obviously. Yeah. It was about 2.5 years ago. 25 cents, right? And let me just say, because we were talking about this before, Flux. I really want to interview Dan. I'm going to interview Dan, the founder of Flux, on one of these live streams, sometime in the next month. 32 cents, guys. And so this chart might look disgusting. A lot of you guys that just like purely look at charts are going to go, or you know, a lot of YouTubers just go through charts. They somehow elongate a video to 10, 15 minutes, and I'm not calling people out here, I'm just saying, and go look at charts and say, well, you know, just so the bull run is going to kick off here soon, and the last bull run was poked at $3, so, you know, it's a good project from what I've heard, and so that means I should at least expect it to go back up to 3. It's like, come on now. Because you look at that and you go, that's a 10x, right? It's a 10x down. And that doesn't sound amazing for a project that's only 100 mil market cap. Understandable. But it's what you should look at here is market dominance. How much more interest? How's the socials looking? Because the socials are what's going to impact the price, because that's people. Roadmap as well. What's coming up in the future that's going to spruce it up? Where is it right now? What is it? Where is it being narratives? What is it meme? Okay? And, you know, this isn't complicated stuff I'm saying, but if you want to get really into it, it can be. I just think a lot of us can do this, and we really can. We really can, right? So it looks unappealing at 30 cents, but I'm telling you right now, like Flux is going to be, I mean, take a look again at this size of freaking market. $1 trillion in the next 2 to 6 years. So... Sup, Kine? Appreciate you, gang. Hey, man, appreciate you a lot. Thanks for coming in. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. And guys, I'm not going to lie. I would sit here for another half an hour, and these live streams will be going through news for those who are joining us for the first time. We're going through news on these live streams. I'm going to try to set the software up so you can see the chat. It's going to be quite hard. I would assume anyway. Anyway, so we're going to have a lot more structure to these. Mainly on the YouTube, we're going to smash out some news. I've got some special guests coming on, and then we're going to get into some questions. But as I've said multiple times, this is the last time I'm going to say this. Guys, join me on Discord. If you aren't already on Discord and haven't joined it already, please. It's pinned in the comments, and it's also in the description of this live stream. Sign up, join up, get ready, because we're about to just hop over from here straight into this, and you guys can request to speak on the stage, as you can see down here, and we can actually have dialogue together. So that's what I want. This is going to be the really fun thing every single day for the next 30 days. Please, I might answer a couple more questions on here. I've got to head to the gym sometime tonight, and that's why I'm going to cut this one a little bit short, but I'm really excited to talk to you guys on the Discord. So if you can't already join the Discord, or at least join the server, the AMA stage, if you can't see this under the general chat, please just wait in the general chat. We'll open it up momentarily. Can we all have a beer? We most definitely will all have a beer. Hoping to buy Mino ICO prices, 619. Brother, good to see you. Yeah, I think Mino could definitely drop down to ICO price. Again, I'm hedging into the chance that we will have a large drop here. Most of these coins that pumped won't make it back to their all-time high. That is probably a safe thing to assume, but it depends what projects we're talking about here. A lot of the ones that I talk about, they definitely will. What's my opinion of upholds? That's not even a project, is it? That's a bloody, isn't that like a cold wallet or an exchange or something like that? Yeah, nah, I wouldn't, I've heard nothing about uphold, to be honest. Like, I've heard people talk about it before. Obviously, you could just see then I didn't really know exactly what it was, but I wouldn't, I personally wouldn't use it. I use an Australian exchange called CoinSpot. I'm looking to migrate over to what I believe could be actually a better one, which is Caleb and Brown. And I use that to onboard and offboard my crypto. And I also have a Tangent wallet. Tangent wallet coming soon, which we're going to be doing an affiliate of, so I can get you guys $10 off those. $5 to $10 off those. Super interesting wallet. Super, I want to say unique compared to Ledger and things like that, right? They're just a card. It's pretty cool. What do you think of Axelar? Adam, good question, bro. That's a really good question because I had some really bullish things to say about Axelar, and I still do. But I was kind of spooked a little bit by the tokenomics, I believe. It's the token. I always look at value capture. Like, how can the token, you think of like a million pipes. This is the network, right? Actually, let me make myself full screen here. So you can think of a network like this, the foundational layer, right? And think of like a million different pipelines with the token, moves through the pipelines on top of it. And then like, how does the network capture that value? That's what I always think to myself. And it's not adequate, then what you're essentially saying is, I'm only buying the cryptocurrency, the token or coin, whatever you want to say in that case, for the pure speculation purpose. That's it. Because if it's not a utility token and it's not used for utility, then why do you need the token? And you can sort of get down some big rabbit holes with that question. Like, why had they created a token for? In that case, it might be used for fees. For the exact case with Axelar, I can't quite remember, to be honest with you. But there begins to, you have to ask some ethical questions at that point. Are they just looking to pump and dump? You just don't know. One more question here, guys, and then please let's move over to the Discord. I'm not ending the live stream here. This is the get everyone warmed up for next thing. Again, live stream every single day. So tomorrow we'll have some news to talk about. Yeah. One more question. Let's see. Close my eyes. Harry Breeks. Better finish my goal accumulation of QNT. Thanks for the price drop. No problem, brother. Absolutely. I like making those short, quick videos to get people on the ball with it, because a lot of us don't know about it until it's too late. Yeah. Thanks for your time. Thanks, man. No worries, Peter. Of course, man. I got you guys. Don't worry. As I said in one of your posts, I'm sure you will agree that Moonriver and Moonbeam will be great investments. Most definitely. Moonbeam's a fantastic investment in my opinion, especially because, shit, man, that project's going to pump up a lot. That's going to pump up a lot here. Glimmer? Wait, I have it on this page, don't I? Yes, sir. For everyone asking about Flow, I think I've seen a couple comments in here. Flow, any more questions, guys? Join the Discord. I feel like such a shitty person consistently saying that, but that's what we're going to next, guys. This isn't the end. Yeah, I mean, okay, so again, people look at this chart and think to themselves, ugh, yuck. But little do they know, it's a multitude of factors that went into that. And I actually still think it's probably going to hit, it could definitely hit $10. Could definitely hit $10. Again, these guys have like a 80% burn rate. So, not saying that's going to definitely push the price up, but guys, we're literally at all-time lows right now. It would have been, 7 days ago. It was over here. 7 days ago. You're telling me 7 days ago it's all-time low, which it pretty much is right now? Come on, man. This is what I talk, this is the conundrum we get at, right? It's wait, you guys can't even see, lol. Oh, I just said that out loud, Jesus Christ. I'm getting too comfortable over here. I mean, look, we tried to squeeze the last little bit out. Okay, this all-time low happened over here. This is the conundrum I was telling you about. So what's the difference between buying 17 cents and 16 and 3 cents? There is a difference there for sure, of course. But it's if you're someone who doesn't believe there's going to be a black swan event and it's not going to go lower, or it will go a little bit lower, the difference between buying at this and, do you know what I'm saying? Buying it 16 or 17 cents is not that much. I think maybe it might fall down to 15 cents, but unless we see a big, huge crash, it's not going to go probably lower than that. Why can't I join still verifying? You should be able to join the Discord. You should be able to. I will drop another link just in case, because we are heading over there, guys. I do have to go to the gym, and it is almost 8 o'clock at night. Here we go, never. But we'll be back tomorrow night. This is it. If you don't have a question, and remember, please, if you have any damn questions, I don't care if it's, hey man, I'm stuck between Tangent, Hardware Wallet, and Ledger. I don't care if it's, should I use MetaMask? What's the difference between MetaMask and Solid? You know, how many projects should I have in my portfolio? How much, I have this much time, like my risk, whatever it might be, whatever question it might be, no matter how silly you think it is, you got to ask me. I'm like literally here to help, you know, so I don't mind. This is the time. Let me get this for you guys. Here we go. Join up, join up. We're going to head over there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, we're back here tomorrow. We are back here tomorrow, and we're going to be talking about some news and then back into the AMA stage. Please, everyone, come join me over there. I really appreciate it. Let me try to do the really cool outro over here that I paid a shitload of money for. And we'll soon, guys. Take care. Peace.